What constitutes a UNSC reforms? Five sets of issues have been identified by the General Assembly. These are categories of membership, the question of veto, regional representation, size of enlarged council and its working methods, and the Security Council General Assembly. Why reforms are needed? Changing geopolitical situation, the Security Council membership and working methods reflect bygone era through geopolitics have changed drastically. The UNSC has changed relatively little since 1945 when wartime visitors crafted a charter in their interest and awarded a permanent veto wielding council seats for reforms long overdue. UNSC was expanded only once in 1963 to add four non-permanent members to the council. Although the overall membership of the United Nations has increased from 113 to 193, but no change in the composition of the UNSC, United Nations Security Council, inequitable economic and geographical representation. While Europe is overrepresented, Asia is underrepresented. Africa and South America have no representation at all. So these things we need to know while Europe is overrepresentative represented. So UNSC, United Nations Security Council, India needs its permanent seat. So that is why we are focusing a lot on UNSC seats because we are underrepresented. Although our economy is doing enough, we are expanding a lot, we are developing a lot in each and every sector. We are performing very good. In Paris Agreement, we are at the top 10. We are at the we are in the top 10 list, and we are having the rank of 10th. We are having 10th rank. We are providing the maximum army for the United Nations Security Council, and we are also working for peace in Afghanistan, and we are developing good relations with each and every country all over the world. So that is why we need a good representation. Crisis of legitimacy, credibility, stalled reform agenda, and various issues including its inventions in Libya and Syria in the name of responsibility have put the credibility of the institution in North-South divide. The permanent UNSC membership of portrays the big North-South divide in the decision making of security measures. For instance, there is no permanent member from Africa, despite the fact that 75% of its work is focused on emerging issues such as deepening economic interdependence, worsening environment degradation, transnational threats also call for effective multilateral negotiations among the countries based on consensus, yet all critical decisions of the UNSC are still being taken by the permanent members of the Security Council are still being taken by the permanent member of the Security Council. India's demand. India has been calling for the reform of the United Nations Security Council along with Brazil, Germany, and Japan for long, emphasizing that it rightly deserves a place at the United Nations high table as permanent member. Why India should be given permanent seat in the United Nations permanent seat in the council. India was among the founding members of the United Nations. It is second largest and one of the largest constant contributor of troops to United Nations peacekeeping missions. It has been member of UNSC for 7 terms and a member of G77 and G4. So permanent membership is a logical extension. Facts for prelims. The G4 bloc, the group 4 countries, Germany, Japan, Brazil, India, bidding for permanent seats in the United Nations Security Council. UNSC, the Coffee Club or Uniting Consensus, group of countries opposed to the G4. They favored the expansion of non-permanent categories of seats with members to be elected on a regional basis: Italy, Spain, Argentina, Canada, Mexico, South Korea, and Pakistan. United Nations peacekeeping. UN peacekeeping helps countries navigate the difficult path of from conflict to peace. It deploys troops and police from around the world, integrating them with the civilian peacekeepers to address a range of mandates set by the United Nations Security Council (UNSC) and the General Assembly. United Nations peacekeeping and India. Currently, there are more than 6,700 troops and police from India have who have been deployed to the United Nations peacekeeping missions, the fourth highest among troops contributing countries. More than 200,000 Indians have served in 49 of 71 UN peacekeeping missions. 49. Can you notice the fact that we have how much contributed in United Nations peacekeeping missions. So we have contributed for 49 out of 71 United Nations peacekeeping missions established around the world since 1948. India has a long tradition of sending women on United Nations peacekeeping missions. In 2007, India became the first country to deploy an all-women contingent to a United Nations peacekeeping mission. Indian peacekeepers have served in United Nations peacekeeping missions around the world. Around the world. India's chances. The position taken by the G4, India, Germany, Japan, and Brazil, and the L69 group of developing countries over United Nations reforms has the support of close to 110 to 115 countries out of 193 member states. Out of 193 member states. Okay, so the position taken by G4, India, Germany, Japan, and Brazil, and the L69 group of developing countries over United Nations reforms has support of close to 110 out of 115 countries out of 193 member states. UN reforms has support of close to 110 to 115 countries out of 193 member states. Okay, so this ensures a simple majority of a UNGA United Nations General Assembly for any reforms resolutions, but unfortunately, the 1998 decision of the UNGA makes it necessary to secure a special majority of 129 votes for those sorts of amendments to the United Nations Charter. So India should keep working towards weaning away countries to support position over United Nations reforms. So basically, India needs how many countries support more? Approx 14 to 19 countries. 14 to 19 countries support. India needs more. Okay, India has displayed a great deal of flexibility to garner popular support. For example, India has expressed its approval to withhold the exercising of the veto power by a new permanent members up to 15-year review period. 15-year review period. India needs to obtain support of the United Nations for its initiative by actively campaigning for core issues such as climate change, counter-terrorism, global finance, etc. India has proposed a United Nations Convention to combat terrorism. India also plays an important role in climate change negotiations and is actively working to reform Bretton Woods institutions, World Bank and IMF. So you can even imagine that how hard India is trying to become the member of United Nations Security Council. That our great but the worst prime minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, has given to China as a gift. So for that thing, we are performing. We need to do a lot of things. That we are working on climate change. We are working on counter terrorism. We are working for global finance and all sort of issues at our best. Still, we are not getting more than 110 countries support. Okay, so still approximately 83 countries are opposing us. Okay, so Terrorism in India also plays an important role in climate change negotiations and is actively working to reform Bretton Woods institutions. World Bank and IMF are also outdated institutions established in the post Second World War era. India should watch out of for conflicting interest within the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, such as the Coffee Club, prime mover of the club Prime movers of the club include Italy, Spain, Australia, Canada, South Korea, Argentina, and Pakistan, which could derail the process. Which could derail the process. Okay, way forwards. Although Australia is going to come closer to India because of our combined naval exercise, okay, quad group of exercise that was performed, and the name of that exercise was Malabar exercise. Okay, so way forward in the current circumstances, it has become crucial for United Nations Security Council to reform itself and uphold its legitimacy and representatives in the world. However, for that happen, political will, especially for P5 nations, and strong consensus among the nations is need of the hour. Is need of the hour. So let's do some questions also. Which one of the following is among the principal organ of a United Nation organization? That is Security Council. Next is which of the following countries is not having veto power in the Security Council? That is Canada. Otherwise, UK, USA, and China, all three of them are having. Okay, the term of office of a judge of International Court of Justice is 9 year. International Court of Justice term of office is 9 years. Okay, who was the Secretary General of UNO who died while in office? Dag Hammarskjöld. Dead Hammarskjöld. Okay, K is silent. Dead Hammarskjöld. So options are Uthan Trygve Lei, Kurt Wildheim. Okay, so that is Dag Hammarskjöld. Hammarskjöld. Okay, Secretary General of UNO who died while in office. Okay, General Assembly of United Nations meets in a regular sessions once in a year. Once in a year. Okay, the first Secretary General of United Nations organization was Trygve Lie. Trygve Lie. Trygve Lie. How many judges are there in International Court of Justice? That is 15. Option D is correct. Okay, which one of the following is not an official language of United Nations organization? That is UNO is Italian. When was the United Nations organization founded? That is October 24, 1945. Okay, so that's all for the day.